have a video clip attached here, and it was just taken literally minutes ago with a fellow in the United Kingdom who is right on the case of money laundering involving President Cyril Ramaphosa in South Africa and Glencore. Yeah, that big company in South Africa. And what he's talking about in the video attached here looks what's happening with the live stream I've got tonight regarding how money laundering works in South Africa look like small change. We're talking about millions of rands in the live stream tonight, but in the one with Ramaphosa and Glencore, which I'm going to be talking to this gentleman about next week, we're talking literally tens of billions of rands, which involve the ANC, corruption at the highest level in South Africa, involving everything from the courts all the way down. The whole system in South Africa is cactus, and that's why it's on the grey list. And believe me, the rest of the world is watching, because the money laundering system set up in South Africa, like a cancer, is starting to spread to other countries, and this is why South Africa is on the grey list, because other countries are saying, we're not going to put up with this shit. And this started under Ramaphosa's watch. He is the head of the mafia. Here comes that video clip. Please remember to register. We're talking about money laundering in South Africa, and the syndicates.
Oh, well, that's exactly what. Yeah, that's exactly what I've been involved in for the last many years.
Well, you got to watch tonight's live stream then, because we've got evidence of money laundering, and it's just so blatant. It involves lawyers, it involves liquidators, it involves auctioneers, it involves the sheriffs, it involves the South African Reserve Bank. And of course, it involves staff, senior staff at the big banks in South Africa. It's going to be a huge, huge live stream. So, you know, it's sort of like an entry point into big business like Glencore.
Well, that's exactly what has happened here, and this is the end result of this kind of abuse being allowed to continue. Is that your situation where we are right now, as a result of Glencore's admissions in the London High Court last year? They undertook, in fact, they court ordered to correct their ways. So that's why I approached the president's attorney, Peter Harris.
Yeah.
Because I said to him, you know, I'm a supporter of the president. I think. Given the alternatives, otherwise I've got nothing against him. But in the course of my investigations, I was given a file, albeit from an investigation by top police officers, undercover officers set up by Edward Zuma. And in that file at the time was evidence of money laundering from Glencore for the benefit of Ramaphosa.
100 million rand, I think it was.
No, that's the reward that we're offering. No, the laundering was far more than that.
How much was it?
Oh no, it's in billions. I mean, we're talking a huge amount of money.
Right.
But that file, I said to them at the time, you cannot use because it was obtained from information that was unlawfully gained. But that was 2016. Last year in November, when Glencore made those admissions, that caveat fell away. Because in February, I met with some of Glencore's institutional investors. Now, these are investors, HSBC Bank, Sheikh Mansour, Kuwaiti Investments. These are all multi-billion investors into Glencore.
Yeah.
And they said to me, can you get us information from 2005 to 2015, the that would help us in making our claims, because the U.S. Department of Justice and the Serious Fraud Office in the UK, which I deal with, in the conviction against Glencore in Africa, which is now admitted fact, excluded South Africa. So I said to them, yes, I mean, I know about this information, but I said, you realize, of course, that this would imply that the president's entire, or majority of the president's 2017 appointment was based on, which would end his career. I mean, he'd have to resign. Because the moment that I go out to the press with this,
sorry. Could you just repeat the last 30 seconds? Because I had a bad internet connection over that period. You're just saying about Ramaphosa and something?
Well, if this information I said to Mr. Harris of the Scots, which is Ramaphosa's attorney in the Farmgate scandal, which is also money laundering, alleged. And I said to Glencore, I said, I recommend that an independent investigation led by senior counsel, of which we already have a senior counsel on standby, which is the ex-chairman of the Cape Bar, Advocate Sholto Douglas. Let them, which is the ex-chairman of the Cape Bar, Advocate Sholto Douglas. Let the investigation be led. I've got no choice in this matter. I've got to complete this investigation. My investigation is focused on banks and money laundering. But now this evidence includes other parties like Glencore and Ramaphosa. I said that is not the focus of my focus. My mandate to report report back to the FCA in London and report back to the chairman of the London Stock Exchange is on the banks. So I said, I'm asking you, please, to be proactive as you undertake. You must remember that Glencore is court-ordered to comply now. Yeah. It's not a request. So they are court-ordered to do exactly what I asked them to do. In other words, be proactive in concerns where there are allegations of money laundering. So I said, if you don't do that and I'm forced to do it, then what I will do, because all these, investors, you must remember that each individual claim will be in in billions of pounds. So if Kuwait Investments or Sheikh Mansour decides to go ahead, is that they can apply. They can match the date of their investment to the period of corruption that's been proven, and then they can get the amount of their investment back automatically. Yeah. They don't even have to go to court because of a legal precedent in the UK law which allows that. Now, so in other words, each of these investors, the value of this information is £1 billion plus up. Wow. So I said, I can get the information. If you want me to do it, then I have to advertise. At 1% of the money that you recoup from the admitted corruption from Glencore in South Africa, then I would recommend we offer that 1% of what you recoup. There's the terms and conditions to the witnesses coming forward. Now, £5 million is 1% of one claim, and that's